Folks, the downfall of Pooh Shiesty is continuing, and now there's a whole bunch of new reactions, responses, and rumors related to him, his co-conspirators, and even his family. They're saying his daddy is a full-blown snitch. It's crazy. I'm going to break it all down to you in this video. But first, TMZ are now reporting, and we kind of already knew this, but the fact that this is being reported in this way just goes to show you how cooked he is. TMZ is reporting that the whole thing was actually captured on video. Yeah, this isn't going to be great. This isn't going to be great in the courtroom, okay? Pooh Shiesty and his crew federally charged with the robbery and kidnapping of Gucci Mane. All of the suspects were allegedly captured on surveillance video, okay? The DOJ said Shiesty and his alleged co-conspirators executed the armed takeover, forcing Gucci at gunpoint to sign the release, letting him out of his contract. Along with the indictment, feds included snapshots of surveillance from the building. So it's looking like they might have a full video. Now, people have been posting these still images as if they're a video. They're not a video. But there could be a video coming, and it's going to be bad for Dookie Shiesty, okay? It's not a good look, all right? So there's even the one where it says one of them leaves to retrieve a duffel bag. Now, a lot of people are posting cope on social media today talking about, well, the feds got to prove it. Ain't nobody know what went on inside that room other than Gucci Mane and Pooh Shiesty. That's cap, all right? And going out to retrieve a duffel bag that we're being told, Pooh Shiesty said, go get my bag. Go get my bag. And then he pulls a little mini AK out of it, all right? That's a bit, listen to what TMZ say. That bag's a pretty big deal because that allegedly hold the AK-47 the crew used to threaten Gucci to sign the release. People talking about, what evidence? What evidence? Look at this evidence. Look at all this evidence. Look at the Shiesty masks. He's called Pooh Shiesty. He invented the Shiesty mask. So the feds are saying that they stole Rolexes, all of this other stuff. Now, his father was also arrested in all of this raid, and his father, I believe, is actually already getting bail. We're going to talk about that in a minute. But basically, Pooh Shiesty's attorney, he's going to fight this. He said, I read over the indictment, and I can see some inconsistencies we'll address at future hearings. Now, that's his job, but that's serious cope. He is on the cope payroll right now. I'll save any further comments for after we get full discovery, because you know you're going to be cooked when you get that discovery. I know my client is looking forward to holding the government to their burden to prove that you are the dumbest criminal in history. Now, a judge has officially ruled. Okay, let me get the headphones ready, all right? Are we going to listen? So, a judge has officially ruled that there is indeed probable cause to move forward with the case, and the cooking of Pooh Shiesty has commenced. So get your recipe books out, get your pots and pans out, your ladles, all of that good stuff, your spatulas, because it is a full-blown cookout with Pooh Shiesty.
Hearing continues. In federal court today, prosecutors say what was supposed to be a business meeting at a Dallas recording studio quickly turned into a violent, coordinated crime.
So we know about the crime. We know about the details, the stupidity that went on in that studio. But here is the talk that the prosecutors are ready to go ahead and cook Pooh Shiesty. The oven's preheated. Pooh Shiesty's used to that sound trapping in the streets.
A judge has now ruled there is probable cause for charges including kidnapping, robbery, and conspiracy. One of Big 30's attorneys, Murray Wells, spoke with us after the ruling.
There are certainly gaps in the evidence. The thing doesn't make sense, sort of the way it's put together in the complaint.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense now.
It doesn't make practical sense about how the way this may have happened. So we use this as an opportunity to sort of learn what their theory is.
Yeah, so they're not showing you they're not showing you the whole recipe for the cooking, but the cooking has commenced. But what's even more crazy, they're now saying that Pooh Shiesty's father was a snitch from all the way back in 2009. District Court of Tennessee, plaintiff versus Lontrell Williams. Defendant Lontrell Williams, through his attorney, knowingly and voluntarily agrees with the United States through the U.S. Attorney for the Western District of Texas to plead guilty to these counts. Pursuant to Rule 1, in consideration for his plea of guilty, they'll jointly recommend he gets a 3-level reduction for acceptance of responsibility. Now, is this telling? This is a plea agreement, but people have been saying for WAC 100, everyone's been saying his dad's a snitch. Now, this appears to be a plea, okay, based on the defendant's ongoing anticipated future assistance to the government. It's contemplated he would get a 5K1 letter. Now, that's where the telling comes, okay? That's where people believe that's telling. This would solely be the discretion of the government. It's not part of the plea. It's beyond the plea. Both parties in good faith have required during the cooperation period. You see that word there, cooperation period. It's not a good look, including the defendant's provision of truthful information that assisted the investigation or prosecution of other individuals told. Okay, Ratlanta, we're going to need to come up with a name for... I'm not going to say Rat Memphis, because there's definitely a lot of solid individuals in Memphis. I've met one or two of them, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Hernandez Govan, shout out to Cold Feet, right? he'd be linking me up with all the hitters over there, okay? So look, it is what it is. His sentence reduced. You see the letter, all right? It's done. It's done and dusted, okay? They say and he told. So questions are now being raised after the news reported that his dad was granted a bond. Could his dad be telling as well? Could he be? Is his dad telling too? His dad got slipped out on a bond real quick.
Federal court downtown.
Please don't tell me he's going queso on him.
Kayla, that hearing, in fact, just wrapped up.
Darcy, is actually still going on, heading into hour 4 at this point. But we were able to get a bond assigned for Lontrell Williams Sr., the father of Pooh Shiesty. The judge ultimately decided she's going to assign him a home incarceration, which she says is the strictest bond she can assign outside of giving him or granting him into federal custody. She said the only time he is allowed to leave his home is to attend his court dates in Dallas, where this case will ultimately be tried. And she said he'll be under electronic monitoring while this all plays out.
Yeah, it makes you wonder how's he slipping out there so well. People said all of them probably will get a bond except for Pooh, federal detainer, and he picked up a new case. They're saying Downfall and Mookie Roo definitely not getting bonded. They were both just released from prison, same time as Pooh. I doubt Baby Slime's getting one either. He got arrested earlier for a gang takedown or whatever. KD, 30, and Twin are probably the only ones who'll get a bond. Either way, they're cooked, unfortunately. Father of the Year award goes to definitely not this fool, right? He also recently got exposed for being an informant in 2009. People saying, Car, that ain't NB, but whack 100, lame ass dude being a Brewster. He ain't even know. This is real Memphis typing. This is how people talk in Memphis, but type. Car, that ain't no. I guess that ain't no bullshit. But whack 100, lame ass dude. He been a Brewster. He ain't know who Shiesty Pops was before this shit happened. He found out all that info that quick. All right. Now, he's had words with Shiesty's Pops before a couple years back. Mama Shiesty too. He waited until Pops caught a case to post the paperwork. He's had that paperwork, all right? He said to academics he's had it for a year and a half. He was waiting for the right time. Definitely the right time. Shout out to Whack 100, man, because he's cooking him. He's cooking fools. Now, there are unconfirmed reports that the feds are involved in the case. The FBI driving all those guns and get the Greyhound back to Memphis. You went from Memphis, Tennessee. You went over to Dallas, Texas. It's federal. You guys put your foot in it federally. It's very, very dumb. Okay. People have been saying the feds have officially stepped in. I don't think that's been officially confirmed, but a lot of people are reporting it, and it would not surprise me considering the circumstances of the case. Now, interestingly, according to some reports, the same day Pooh Shiesty allegedly committed the crime was the same day that he posted his own paperwork to beat the snitching allegations, right? This is when 21 Savage's lame ass was saying streets is finished, streets is done, fuck the streets. All right, Pooh Shiesty hopped on the bandwagon, posting his paperwork, talking about how traumatized. They don't know the half. I'm so traumatized by my case. 2 hours after this, he went out and got another case. So that trauma clearly runs deep. Let's hear what he said.
Supersede indictment, man. This the indictment out the original indictment. So we got indicted twice, nigga.
Bro, you getting indicted a whole other time, and on top of this, man, you dumb as hell.
So they smacked us with more charges, nigga, thinking that shit would break us or make us, nigga. Conspiracy to possess firearms in front of the drug trafficking, violent crimes, nigga. 3 other solid niggas you will ever see, nigga, name on a piece of paper.
Is his dad on there? He said 3 of the solidest dudes you ever seen on the paperwork. Bankroll 375. I see you. He on here again. Thank God his daddy wasn't on there when he's talking about these are the most solid dudes you'll ever meet.
Work, nigga. Bankroll, D-roll, nigga. These niggas solid, nigga. These niggas solid, nigga. We kept it G. We traumatized about this shit, my nigga. For real, nigga, I really went through it. Nigga, you nigga better watch our mouth when y'all say a nigga name, cuz I was facing 20 plus or 20 plus another 20 plus life, nigga. Never told it, never folded, nigga. All my shit add up, nigga. Yeah, nigga, every page add up. You see 1 through 10 on anything. Stop playing with a nigga name, nigga made, nigga, for real. You niggas don't know the half of this shit or what's really going on, nigga. Yeah, my paperwork 4,000 pages long. I go all day with this shit. You niggas don't know what really going on. You know what you see on the internet, you content creating ass niggas.
You content creating ass dudes. You better not be talking about me again. 21 Savage already said he broke my MacBook. Ain't shit happened to it. He said this is him. He was heading to meet Guwop. I wonder if he printed out all of this paperwork at Staples when he printed out the the incriminating contract that he made Gucci Mane sign at gunpoint. But anyway, Shout out to Staples, man. But, you know, they got the print and copying on lock. All right. But this guy is such a dummy. Anyway, Charleston White would also open up about the situation. He would discuss ongoing rumors that Gucci Mane actually made a significant amount of money while Shiesty was in prison and refused to pay out. They're saying tens of millions of dollars were kept from him. And that's why this went down. So Charleston White popped up with Aiden Ross. Aiden and Unc is a deadly duo. And Charleston White was given the goods, man. Listen to this.
When we spoke with 6ix9ine.
Your call.
Yo,
What's up, nephew?
I'm on stream. I had a question. Can you explain this Pooh Shiesty situation?
He just came home to take pictures and get some new stories to tell in the day room when they playing dominoes and on the rec yard when they lifting weights. He didn't come to stay long.
But he said he came out of jail just for a couple months to get some better stories so that he can tell the fellow inmates some fun stories while he's back in the feds playing dominoes. That's cold.
What exactly did he do?
Gucci made, his mother says that Gucci made $24 million while he was in prison. Didn't give him one brown penny while he was in prison. When he came home, he didn't get nothing. So they called a business meeting for him to fly to Dallas. He came to Dallas with his white boy cameraman, his off-duty police officer, security guard, and Pooh Shiesty, his daddy, and about 7 other niggas kidnapped him, robbed him, kicked him in the ass.
But why'd they do that to Gucci? Why'd they do it?
They were mad because they feel like he made all that money and didn't give them none. And he showed up and said he couldn't pay them because they were broke. So they forced him at gunpoint to sign to release him from a contract.
So how did this all come out? How did Pooh Shiesty? How they end up finding out?
Because the feds had him on a leg monitor, so they followed him and watched him do it, just like they watched the mob people commit crime.
Wait. Hold on. So Pooh Shiesty had an ankle monitor, and he robbed Gucci.
Yeah. And while he was on his way to do the thing, his parole officer called him and told him, "Hey man, you need to go home. You're not at home." And so he's stupid, man. He really a gangster though. Hey, I got.
He said he's stupid, man, but he really a gangster though. Shout out to Charleston White. He was about to go and do a live show after that. Live comedy show, man. Charleston White's definitely someone who is legendary in this game, man. But he said he really dumb as hell. Now another Memphis legend. Shout out to my guy Quet Hernandez Govern. That's my guy. Okay, he spoke with academics and he broke down some of the backstory. How he basically believes that Gucci got caught lacking, and you know he's going to give some of the backstory and how the crime was reported to authorities. Hernandez Govern's been saying this for months. All right, you should have believed him. See what he said.
Him having a caretaker, Keisha K.R., his mental episodes, and
what do you mean he's having a caretaker?
She, like, when she signs off on everything, she runs his phone. When people call, she decides if he talks on the phone. You didn't see the Breakfast Club interview?
So there's a little bit of context, man. Gucci obviously dropped a book about his mental health struggles. He popped out with his wife, Keisha Kaur, and she basically said she controls his life. Gucci Mane got mental health problems. You know, he's finally seeking help for his mental health problems, but she really runs a lot of his life. And thank God, she'd be keeping him out of trouble. She'd be keeping him on the right path. But he's kind of saying it as a bit of a disrespect, like his wife runs everything. But honestly, Gucci needed that. He would be dead or in jail if that wasn't the case.
Yeah, I did. Yeah. But she said it was only during, I don't know, it was a little bit.
Man, listen, bro, listen.
So you think Gucci is slipping now because, you know, he's letting his woman run his life. She's answering the phone. She's probably packing him lunch, sending him to meetings.
Man, listen, the old Gucci that everybody know would have did, I think, in my opinion, would have did everything in his power for these charges not to be brought or whatever. I think Keisha K.R. played a major role in this indictment, enforcing it. I do know the undercover officer that was Gucci's bodyguard. You know, he was the one that went, you know, that started this whole domino effect.
Oh, wait, break that down. So because
Gucci, when Gucci got robbed, Gucci got a bodyguard, which is an off-duty police officer.
Okay.
And you know,
best bodyguards to have too, by the way.
Yeah, for sure.
When you're not doing crime.
Exactly. So with that being said, you know, when he was in there when it popped off, and he reached for his shit, but you know, street niggas had the ups on him. And so, you know, when the charges didn't come immediately, me and a few of my guys, you know, Ghost Los, Prince, and shit, you know, and said it, you know, we was under the impression that the security, that the officer, you know, that the bodyguard was gonna keep it G on the strength of Gucci. You know what I'm saying? Him and Gucci probably had a bond.
Is that even possible though, right? Because if I hire
the only way it's possible, he would be breaking the law. You know, and I didn't. And my question was, damn, is he willing to put his freedom, his life, his family's life on the line for Gucci Mane to, you know, to basically hold this to his chest for the reputation of Gucci Mane. I didn't think so.
Okay, so you are in belief, and you just gave us some new information here. So it looked like we're getting some inside information. This case, because when we watched the whole thing, we're like, damn, if they got fingerprints, they must have went the next day or the day after. Like, you can't come back 2 months and get some fingerprints. It don't work like that. So now you're giving us some info that Gucci probably went there with a bodyguard, and that bodyguard he's basically police, right? So
yeah, it wasn't no probably to it. This is all fact.
Okay, so he's an off-duty police officer. However, even if he's off-duty and a crime like that happens, you're risking your whole livelihood by not reporting it, by not doing what you are sworn to do. And it's a judge of your character. Even though you're off the clock, you're still a policeman.
Yeah, and he could have went to jail for that.
Oh.
So he's saying that the off-duty cop that was guarding Gucci ain't even an option for him to keep it solid and, let's keep this under wraps. This is Gucci Mane's secret weapon. He probably didn't even realize it, but by having this guy, Gucci's been exposed. They're saying that Gucci gave a description. He telling, I don't care. I think Gucci is well within his rights as a multi-millionaire over time and time over to tell and to be a law-abiding citizen. But setting that aside, his armed security, who is a police officer, he is obliged by the law to report this crime. He was robbed. He witnessed another man, the cameraman, be robbed and beaten and choked nearly unconscious.
Oh, okay, because if he was about to brandish too.
Yeah. He could have, like, the police officer could have went to jail too. Not because he upped his gun, but if he wouldn't have, police officers, they have a sworn duty to, report, protect, serve, all that shit. So if he wouldn't have reported that crime, a crime that serious, at minimum, he would have got, failure to report a felony and, all that old goof-ass charges and shit they be having. He wasn't willing to risk that for Gucci Mane.
Okay, so I'm asking this line of questioning to get to, like, the most important part, which I think hip-hop is already starting to dissect. Does anyone believe that Gucci Mane is cooperating? Did he make a statement? Will he take the stand? Is Gucci, quote-unquote, snitching? Or is it just, people found out about it because of this off-duty cop or undercover cop, whatever, and Gucci's listed as a victim, but he don't got nothing to do with nothing?
Man, I'm gonna give Gucci the benefit of the doubt, man, and say that he ain't cooperating. My partner Ghost Los think that he might be. I'm gonna say that he's probably not. I don't think Gucci would risk his reputation and his respect in the street to go and testify and cooperate on some shit that's already happened. And with that being said, I think with them having their police officer there and guns being drawn on him, they don't even need Gucci.
That's a fact.
So Quet's giving the benefit of the doubt. He's saying, look, I'm going to give Gucci the benefit of the doubt. I don't necessarily think he cooperated. He's not trying to gamble his reputation on cooperating. He don't need to because the cops already saw everything that happened. They literally witnessed everything. So this would be a follow-up with Whack 100. He would tell academics that when Gucci Mane snitched on Pooh Shiesty to the authorities, he felt sympathy for Pooh Shiesty's dad, saying he was peer pressured into the situation and didn't want him locked up, but it was already out of his control. So maybe Pooh Shiesty's dad's the mastermind, and he was already a snitch. What the hell?
He called the shots over there, so it wasn't no peer pressure. If anybody was peer pressured, for what I'm hearing, it was the daddy, Lantrell. When the situation happened, Gucci allegedly looked up at the daddy, and the daddy was like, showed some type of sympathy and empathy for Gucci, but it was out of his control.
Really? So the daddy, like, basically Gucci appeals to him, like, yo, bro, what the fuck is this?
Yeah.
And the daddy kind of feels bad because the daddy probably was actually wanting to do business.
I'm finna give you a little extra. I'm finna give you a little extra bonus right here because a lot of this shit I'm saving. I got a real big interview coming up, but I fuck with you though.
Yeah.
It's weird that they posted that and they said it was whack, but that was Hernandez Govern basically saying the same thing. That basically Pooh Shiesty's daddy might have been the quarterback of this one. But anyway, other people have been sharing their thoughts on the situation. Rick Ross also spoke out about what's going on. He gave his thoughts. Let's hear him.
Feel about the Guwap Pooh Shiesty situation. I don't like it for either side. You know what I'm talking about? Guwap most definitely didn't deserve that, and I don't want to see this for the little homie Pooh Shiesty, but this is when niggas got to be educated and understand. In business, you got to negotiate, my nigga. You got to negotiate. If you were signed for $100K and now you got 10 M's on the table, it's time to negotiate. This how we do this. Boom, 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 boom. Everybody win. Let's go. That's how I got to go, my nigga. You can't muscle your way out of no shit and no business. It don't go that way. And I ain't just talking about on the people side, but on the other side, the blitz gonna come. You can't run from it, homie. That's the way it goes. Negotiate. It's time to educate. I want to see young hustlers from the South win. I want to see it. There was a time I got Gotti and Guwap on the phone together. Us three on the phone, nigga. And it ain't nothing to discuss. It was no disrespect. It was no raised voices. Rose just wanted to plant that seed. And I understand one phone call may not fix all the situations, but you want to plant that seed where niggas may be able to move forward one day, get some paper one day. The CMG 1017 tour one day, that was Rose mindset. And I wish nothing but my homies the best. When it come to business, let's negotiate. Niggas can't take the streets to the do. Nigga gonna get a life sentence with that shit bullshit, nigga. Let's get to the B's. Listen, I'm on that Nino Breeze today. Omerta just was released. We back in Paris tonight.
So look, it's crazy, man. And there's been a few really interesting tidbits that have come out since this, sort of like, you know, pieces of news that passed people by at the time, but now is more relevant. There's this old footage of Pooh Shiesty, him back in 2021 when he was good with Gucci Mane. He gifted him a track haul. How far left did this relationship go, man?
Get in with me, man. So look at your round. Look at your.
Get your phone up.
Put my phone on there. Get the phone there, girl. Give me slime. Get my other phone here. Get my other phone, man. Yeah. Hey, we do here, bro. Give me light, bro. Oh, slime over here for my guy, man. His birthday.
That's crazy, man. And so there's other stuff going around. They're saying that just before Pooh Shiesty threw his whole life away, a month before his arrest, he was posting his aspirational dreams. He wanted this $11 million compound in Texas for his whole family to all live together. He said that's his main goal. Now he'd be lucky if he gets to share a bunk with his pops. Okay, it is very, very, very unfortunate. Okay, so look, I feel like Pooh Shiesty's cooked. The cookout has begun. The degree to which he is cooked is still yet to be seen, but it's really, really not a good look. Okay, I'll keep you guys posted if I hear anything else about this situation, but for now, Pooh Shiesty is definitely in big trouble. Okay, he's about to get charbroiled. But let me know what you thought of that breakdown. I'll be back with some more updates. I'm gonna do a couple more political videos for you guys today. I'm gonna go run some errands, and then I'll be back soon. But thanks for watching this one. I'll catch you guys soon. Peace.